Hello, I'm Romesh Ranganathan.
Hi, I'm Tom Davis.
I hope that you do enjoy this episode of The Wolf and Owl, and we're very grateful to all of you for listening. But I think it would be remiss of us to not make some reference to the content that you will find included in today's episode.
Talk of penises has frequented this episode probably more than most. Are we ashamed of this? Very much so. What has triggered this? Allegations of corporate greed and that we are a corporate pair of whores. We tried to rebel against that, and in doing that, the very nature of this podcast has become gutter trash.
I think that in our battle to ignore the criticism levelled at the podcast, what we've actually done is we've kowtowed to it. And in a sort of sad, desperate attempt to show that we weren't corporate, we end up deciding to talk exclusively about base things, horrible things, smelly things. The point we're trying to make is that this has been, even for us, one of the baser episodes of The Wolf and Owl.
We apologise. We're sorry. We will do better or worse. We're completely governed by you. If you want this kind of level of base chat, we're more than happy to make that a new thing. Or if you want us to elevate it and make it a little bit more highbrow, we'll do that.
Thank you so much for saying that, Tom. And thank you to you for listening and watching the Wolf and Owl podcast.
Thanks, guys.
We hope that you will suffer our failures as well as enjoy our successes as we continue this little old journey that we call podcasting.
Thanks, friend.
Yo, what do you want? Beak or jaws? Feathers or fur? Sharp teeth or feet with claws? Whatever's preferred. Just kidding, every word in this song's about two grown men dressed up as a bird and a dog.
Welcome to
friends.
This little podcast we call
The Wolf and Owl.
An Owl. First of all, let's deal with the complaints. Some people have got an issue. That
Are you reading the complaints?
I do. I like to get feedback,
You put your
constructive
toes
criticism. But
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we should act on it necessarily.
No, we can't really, can we?
Unless people are saying you're being horribly racist, in which case...
Yeah, I'm not changing my whole tour show now.
Go deeper in, yeah. Go deeper in, fucking hell. Anyway, first complaint, we shortened the song.
Yeah, no, that's a big one, by the way.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not in the habit of throwing people under the bus, but I will in this case, and that was Ben Green.
Yeah, Ben Green's idea.
He hated the song.
So Jeff Norcott,
Yeah.
when we first got the song done,
Yeah.
I played it to him. I was really
Yeah.
proud of it.
Yeah.
And not that I did it. There's a rumour going around that I'm the one rapping. It's not. It's Michael Payne.
Shout out Michael Payne.
Yeah. Anyway, so I played it to Jeff Norcott, George Norcott.
George Norcott, which is his real name.
Yeah.
His stage name is Jeff
he wanted
Norcott.
something a bit more showbiz, do it for Jeff. Anyway, and he said to me, it's too long.
Really?
And then regardless of that, because I loved it so much, we decided that...
Yeah, but I think people can skip through it if they want to skip through it.
Yeah, but now you can always go back to it if you want it. Maybe we should put it, actually, should we put it up as like a separate... We should put it up as a separate thing.
Maybe it's just
and then people
something
can listen to it
like
whenever
a
they
single.
want.
Like we put up just as a little video.
I think that's a good idea. We
With
can
me
do
and you
that.
just dancing along to the video.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
You know when it goes on Spotify, when it goes switch to video?
Yeah. And it's
then
just
it's
me and you
us.
like bumping moves like that. And then we
What
kiss
you want,
at the end.
beak or jaw, feather or fur? Whatever's preferred.
Just getting really close up, you know, like when footballers' lips just touch
really
the
nice.
camera.
Yeah. And then just breathe up on the lens.
Yeah. What's the other complaints?
That we become corporate. It's fucking bananas. So basically, first of all, we've stolen this sheet from a hospital.
Yeah. Have we?
And we've got some 3D printed statues. Now apparently we're corporate whores.
Who do you think would be more corporate out of the two of us?
I don't know, but I mean, what's corporate about the Wolf and Owl?
Oh, no, don't bring that up. That's a rival brand. Hugh, you're Gary Neville.
I did it for the gag.
Oh, no, the gag was great.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a rival brand. How is your brand going?
Going all right. It's going good.
Speaking of corporate dick sucking.
Yeah, no.
How's it going over at Mandrill?
We're a very small brand.
Are you going to pay us for a read?
I was thinking actually do I have to pay for my own podcast read?
First of all, it's not your own podcast.
Yeah.
It's a podcast with me.
Yeah, I know, but if you did a read, I'd probably give you a couple of quid. Because you'd probably be better at doing a read than I am.
Okay.
I think yeah.
What's the product range now?
Electrolytes, protein, and yeah, we've got some bottles as well.
Okay, so it's electrolytes and protein. And you've started off like it's a list. Those are
Yeah,
the two
yeah,
things
yeah.
to do. But you've got merch
Oh,
as
and
well.
creatine as well.
You do creatine?
Yeah, creatine's incredible.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, I know it is.
Do you want some creatine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get you some creatine.
Okay, great. Thanks.
It's really good for you.
Is it gummies or what?
No, it's powder.
Powder. Okay.
It's the best way.
And you get a card.
I put it in with the electrolytes. Yeah, no, I sniff it in the morning.
Get a little. Shame we don't have the old McDonald's teaspoons.
Yeah, I cut it up.
Or we can use a key. Can't
I carry it around a little lottery ticket in my top pocket. little, have a little key, little fucking key of.
Anyway, we've not got. The point is, we've not gone corporate. Okay.
No, I think
we just compared creatine to Coke. Yeah, that's how much we don't give a fuck.
That's how edgy we are.
Welcome to Edgelords.
We
should do some edgy shit today.
How edgy do you want?
I've just had a coffee. Can you tell?
I can't have coffee still, so I'm really in awe of the coffee.
Am I exercising my privilege?
Yeah.
Just so refreshing.
What coffee are you drinking? Nescafe? Gold blend?
No, I don't know what it is.
What? Is it a proper? It's a filter coffee,
It's a
right?
proper coffee, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not instant.
I miss the buzz of caffeine.
You can get caffeine from other sources, though, can't you?
Yeah, but I'm not having fizzy drinks either.
Okay. Pro Plus? You allowed to have those?
Pro Plus? There's something bleak about Pro Plus.
In what way?
I remember I used to have it and try and pretend it was like drugs. I sort of used to show off to friends when I'd been like the Blue Orchid and stuff.
You take Pro Plus in a club? Fucking hell, that is... Sorry. That's even sadder than I thought this was going. What the fuck are you talking about?
Back in the day where
it passed my bedtime, so do you want a little upper?
No,
what will it do? Well, just sort of be able to stay up. You're about to stay awake to the close.
Just done 4 Pro Plus, mate.
Did you really take it to Blue Orchid?
Yeah.
And then,
I didn't have it in the full package where you pop it out.
Yeah, no.
I carried it loose.
Because you're a dog.
I carried it loose, yeah.
Empty it into your pocket.
You look like you're hanging a bit, bro. You want a fucking Pro Plus? Like, oh, mate, out my palm. You want a Pro Plus?
Who's having a Pro Plus out your raw palm? Do you even have it in a baggie?
Huh?
Do you even have it in a baggie?
No, I just had it in my pocket.
It's like having a shot of espresso.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, I didn't know that at the time. I thought they were.
You thought it was what?
I don't know. I just used to think that there was a bit of an edge to them.
Do you remember when Guarana was a big thing?
Yeah, I do actually.
Is Guarana still a thing?
I don't fucking. You go clubbing more than I do now.
No, I'm talking about just generally. They put it in drinks and that. Do you remember this Guarana gum?
Yeah, I've not seen it.
I need to stop drinking so much coffee.
You've got a real It's weird now. You know, like when people are drinking or doing cocaine, I can see caffeine in people. I can see it buzzing out of your pores.
Oh God. I didn't think there was such a thing as an ex-coffee drinker being a prick. But here we go.
I'm looking forward to coming back to it.
You seem a bit wired.
Yeah.
I don't ever feel like that. Do you have trouble sleeping? I don't.
I still have trouble
I feel
sleeping.
super relaxed.
I still have trouble sleeping, even without caffeine, yeah.
Are you doing the thing where you don't look at your phone for an hour before bed?
I can't do that.
Are you doing the thing where you have the same routine every night?
No.
Are you drinking sleepy tea?
Yeah. I'm having chamomile tea. Chamomile,
yeah.
Yeah, chamomile tea.
Yeah.
I like a little chamomile tea before bed.
Yeah. So that should help.
Yeah, that helps. And I try and do my breathing exercises, do some meditation.
Good.
Meditation I find really difficult.
I did an hour the other day.
An hour of meditation?
Correct.
How the fuck are you doing it? Number one, when?
Sunday morning. So basically, I would you like me to talk you through my meditation journey?
Yes, take me through it.
So I read that meditation is really good for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah.
So I started doing 5 minutes.
Wow.
Focusing
You're up to
on your
now.
breathing. Then I got
what are you thinking of? Like an island or being somewhere nice and chilled?
No, I think what you're mistaking meditating for daydreaming.
No, but
what you're supposed to do is you focus on your breathing.
Yeah.
You want to try a bit now?
Yeah.
Okay. So close your eyes. Okay. Just have your hands on your lap, palms facing upwards. Okay. And then just close your eyes and then just take a deep breath in. And then deep breath out. And then just focus on the breath coming in and out of your body.
What are you thinking of at this time?
Just stop asking questions.
What are you not thinking?
I'm about to deal with that, dude. Now, if a thought pops into your head, treat it as a passing cloud. Don't dwell on it.
What? A passing cloud?
Just let it pass through.
Okay.
Anyway, it goes on like that. Anyway, so I started doing that for 5 minutes at a time. Then I got to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Then I got to 20.
Yeah.
Regularly doing 20.
Yeah.
Push it to half an hour. And then the other day I decided to do an hour. And
You
I
just sat there
read
for an hour
about it,
just
and
breathing.
Pardon?
Just sat there.
Yeah, but
breathing.
you do have thoughts pop into your head and stuff like that. But when you
What-
come out of it, you feel fucking so good.
What are the thoughts that come into your head?
Just general shit like, am I meditating? Is my mind truly clear?
You don't think
why
like-
did I say that in
Yeah.
the text earlier? Is my career over? Anyway, anyway, that's what. Anyway, so I did an hour. It was good.
Do you
Really good.
ever like? What happens if you get like sort of arousal thoughts?
So I have had an erection during meditation before.
What, just sat in the garden at your own?
Because I think it's partly because you know that you're not supposed to be thinking about stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then suddenly you start thinking about it.
So what? You get like a full erection?
Yeah.
What, are you naked at this time?
Yeah. What are you talking
Well,
about?
no, you're on your own.
Why would I be naked? I'm not naked every time I'm on my own.
No, but I'm like,
So-
what are you wearing when you?
Joggers, t-shirt,
Okay,
with a hole cut out in them.
so your penis can really
Yeah,
chill.
just to stick through. Like,
So hold on.
and then I get a box of popcorn.
So with the erection, were you like, I'm gonna let it be?
Yeah.
You know, like sort of someone who's walked into a pub that they didn't know that was there and sort of like orders a drink and sort of isn't a local,
Yeah.
but everyone lets them stay.
Welcome to Analogies That Don't Work with Tom Davis and Romesh Ranganathan.
So no, but did you just go, okay, like sort of stroke it and just go, all right, you're here, you're
I don't
present.
stroke it. I don't think stroking it is going to help.
No, but you
I just
like-
thought, what's the best way to get rid of this? I just have a full wank. Just to,
did
knock
anyone,
it on the head, literally.
What if anyone walked in on you? Would you have been?
Would I have been embarrassed? Are you asking if anyone had walked in on me, sat cross-legged, with a full erection, would I have been embarrassed? Yes, but I don't think that makes me a prude.
Where were
I don't
you?
think that makes me a weirdo.
Where were you at this time?
I was in my office at home.
Okay. Was there anyone else in the house?
Yeah.
Okay. But have they got a thing like don't disturb dad because he's
Not
doing
really, but if you say to your family,
it? I mean,
I'm
it's
going to
excessive
meditate,
an hour's meditation.
they're not going, oh, I'd love to have a look at that.
No, but,
It's not like there's a football match on in the next room.
no, but if they came in,
Sorry, that guy that we normally find boring is being completely silent. Yeah, let's
With
let's
an
pop
erection?
Yeah, let's pop in and have a swizz at that. He's
did you
doing
feel
his-
dirty?
Dad's doing his impression of a sundial again.
Did you feel like weird after because you got an erection in the house with everyone else there?
Well, I do get erections in the house on my birthday and at Christmas.
No, but like because you got everyone running around like being loud and shouting.
Yeah.
And then you're just sitting in your office with a big erection. Did you not get at all like, oh no, this is
I've got to be honest with you, I do think you're embellishing my story a little bit. I didn't have a fucking raging hard on.
how? By the way, if you're so deep into meditation,
Yeah.
how do you know that no one did walk in and see you? With
I
your
don't.
erection?
I guess I don't.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Was anyone different with you after?
The dogs were weird.
I love the idea of your two dogs just sat there looking at you, sitting there with a big erection, just going. Oh, look at him, looking sad fuck.
Is he
Dude.
going to open that jar of peanut butter? Anyway, I'm really sorry, man. I interrupted you. You were talking about, what were you talking about?
I can't remember
Your
now.
morning routine or something.
Yeah. No. But that's what I've got. Do you know what?
Your
I need,
sleep routine,
Yeah,
sorry.
I need to get into more meditative sort of like that. I find it really hard to commit to stuff like that, but I will commit to. I also, this is really bad. I've got back into playing FIFA late at night, like sneaking off
You know
caffeine.
who I met yesterday?
Who?
This is going to blow your fucking balls off.
Go on.
Miles Jacobson.
I know. I've met him before.
Oh,
Yeah, he was at a BAFTA thing that I did.
oh okay.
He made Football Manager.
Yeah, he did.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice guy.
Yeah. Did he give you a full? Have you got a?
I'm on the circle. Are you in the circle?
What a Football Manager?
Getting the preview.
Yeah, I got the preview. I mean, I played it for a bit, but then again,
So, hold on a second, Tom. Can I just say something, right? Genuinely, I've got some trust issues with you.
Why?
Okay, because you don't remember shit you've said.
Go
and
on.
I remember everything you said.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
or maybe a couple of months ago,
I wasn't in the circle.
Hold on,
Can I say
okay,
this isn't going to make me look good? You're in the circle.
yeah, and you got really fucked off about
I did
it.
get really fucked off, and then I DM'd Miles Jacobson.
This is so sad.
I can show you that on X, or was it on Instagram? One of them, and said, "Hey man,
So he'd started following you because of your hate posts.
no, he's followed me for a while,
Right.
but I still wasn't in the circle. I actually, by the way, had been sent before, a couple of years before, I had been sent a free version of the game. So after our conversation, I was aware that you're not a big Football Manager player.
Why is that?
Well, you never talk about it.
I don't talk about a lot of stuff that I'm into.
If you were into Football Manager, you'd be
I like
showing
making
off.
my own hummus. Have you ever heard me talk about that?
What? By the way, you can't meditate, make hummus, and then play Football Manager. They're
Why not?
all very different things.
Of course they are.
It's such a spiral.
You're allowed to do different things.
Yeah, but
What
that's
the
an
fuck are you
insane.
talking about?
That's an insane.
Well, those
as a
aren't. I get it. I
personality.
get this, but listen, I get it if
Who are
those
you?
are the only 3 things I did.
No, but you do other stuff.
Yeah.
How have you? Number one, I know how much you work. So how many hours are there in a day?
24.
Yeah, for you to do.
I've delivered that to you because I wasn't sure if you knew.
Yeah, right. Are you telling me you've got time to do an hour of meditation, right?
I don't do it every day. I said I did it once.
Okay.
This is where you start to.
And then you make
listen.
then you're making hummus, which I know to make good hummus, that's
Yeah.
an hour.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
2 hours, right? You work at least 12 hours a day, every day.
Yeah.
So that's 14 hours.
I don't work 12 hours a day.
You work a lot, right?
Okay.
Are you telling me, right, that you then have to, if you're really going to push yourself into Football Manager,
Yeah.
you need at least 3 hours a
Okay.
day?
In my defence, I made the hummus thing up. All right, I've never made hummus.
I know
before.
you didn't.
I just
but
said
yeah.
it as an example.
Yeah, but I was going to get you into sort of
Why
how
do
you make
So-
hummus.
so what happened
but I didn't
was
want
is-
you to look silly.
Well, don't you just whisk up some chickpeas?
No. You need tahini, you need some other little bits and bobs.
Yeah,
a
you
bit of
add some
olive oil,
shit
some
to it.
lemon. Yeah. It's a real process. I've made hummus. It's a beautiful thing.
Okay, don't say it like you're a war veteran.
No, but making hummus right, takes care and compassion.
Right.
Right?
I've got what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
No,
I've
you've got compassion,
you horrible.
But I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
For you to actually sit there and make it, I don't know if I think you just blend up the hummus, like the chickpeas, and go, "Oh, that'll do." I don't know if you'd sit there and really scientifically.
What's happened to you?
What?
Because can I just tell you something? Something's going on with you.
No.
Shall I tell you what the old Tom Davis would have done?
Go on.
Because normally what you do is you blend up some chickpeas and you go, "That'll be all right. I think the hummus is complete." You opened the door for yourself and you didn't walk through it. What's going on?
I don't know. I was too passionate about this Football Manager thing because if I'm honest with you, that you taking credit as the Football Manager guy, I'm like,
I didn't take any credit. I said to you, I'm in the circle.
I'm an I love my Football Manager, right? I had to wean it off because I was playing it too.
You didn't have to wean it off. Have you managed to make that sound sexual?
Because if I'm
every weekend weaning off Football
if I'm
Manager.
honest with you,
Yeah.
a lot of this podcast, I'm just going to be thinking of you sat cross-legged with a massive boner. It's really hard for me not.
Well,
And you've got quite a sort of sexy boner face at the moment. I'm not completely convinced you haven't got a boner now, but what I'm saying is, for Football Manager, you really have to immerse yourself in that world.
Sure, I get it.
You
So
have
how
to
many
live a
hours are we
life.
talking a day? You play
What
3
am I-
hours a day.
Yeah, best. I mean, that's sometimes 6.
6 hours you
Yeah,
spend.
I got
But you're
so
married with a
obsessed.
kid.
This is a run up to having
Okay,
Grace. But then when the new one came out, and look, and I know that you said that I was genuinely mortified when you were like, "Oh, I got the free one," and then 2 other people I know got a free one. Right? I was like, "How am I not getting?" I've done loads of posts. I've talked openly about Football Manager a lot. I'm getting no Football Manager love. And then I had to DM. I think I DM'd the Football Manager page on Instagram,
Right.
and then Miles, and Miles didn't read my thing. I think that Miles thinks I'm a bit of a beg, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, that's what you said yesterday.
Do you know, it would not surprise me if
Yeah.
Miles, did sort of go, "Oh, you did a podcast with
You do the podcast, isn't it?
with Thirsty
is it-
Beg."
Yeah. Owl and Thirsty. Owl and Sad
Thirsty
Fuck.
Beg.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was messages and we were all laughing. We gave
Yeah.
him one because we knew it. Do you remember Menace to Society, the film, when that guy's sort of offering to suck people off for cheeseburgers?
cheeseburger, yeah.
That's what I'm like with Football Manager.
Yeah.
He knows he knew that I come out of the woodwork, just begging for it.
Yeah.
Miles, by the way,
It is a bit of an insight into you that even though we're best buddies,
Yeah.
you experience jealousy.
of course I do.
I don't experience any jealousy of you.
Yeah, of course you've got a
I
fucking
know,
better
actually-
life than I've
No,
got.
I'm not. You're in fucking Rick and Morty.
Yeah, look, okay. Yeah, but no,
I was jealous of that, actually.
yeah, can I say
But
jealousy?
what I didn't do is
But also-
DM Rick.
Yeah.
Got some-
Hello, Rick. I'm a character in a guy. Yeah, but Football Manager, it was just because I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah, okay. I
Jealousy-
get it. And you, and in all seriousness, I'm being a prick here. You deserve to have Football Manager more than I do.
Well, I enjoy the game. But
Yeah.
no, you, I'd love to know that you were playing it. I'd probably
Yeah.
then just sync up a league with you.
No thanks.
Have you ever picked up and played with it?
Yeah, but I've not got deep.
Who are
into
you?
it.
Arsenal on it?
I was Arsenal when I played it.
Okay.
I mean, I am Arsenal when I play. Who should I be? Crawley Town or something?
Well, that would be, no, you haven't got it in you to be Crawley Town. That's
What do you mean I've not got it in me to be Crawley
You
Town?
can't take a small team like that and fucking head for the dizzy heights of the Premier League.
I don't need to.
That'll take you years. It'd take you like at least 2 years to get crawled into a place where they'd be a self-sufficient club. Like if you were Ryan Reynolds, as a manager, you'd have to do some serious buying and selling, bring into a whole new youth team, right? I always think start League 2, League 3.
Okay. So who are you normally?
I'd Peterborough sometimes, AFC Wimbledon. Yeah, I've took Peterborough to the Premier League, one of my proudest moments. I would say it becomes very unsexy though when you become really good at football.
I don't think it becomes.
But the more into it
I don't think it becomes very unsexy. I don't think anybody goes, when he started playing Football Manager, it was incredibly sexy. But as he started getting really into it, it became less sexy.
No, I would.
Oh my God. When Tom started playing,
he was so
when
fit.
he started playing Football Manager, I couldn't believe how wet I was.
He was so puff. One day I walked in and he was just eating a cheeseburger in his pants playing Football Manager.
He was just getting into it.
I'm not sure if he'd been meditating because he was fully aroused.
Look, I mentioned that as a one-off thing to you, being like open. I don't want to become a fucking runner throughout the episode, bro.
What? It's just, I just didn't like the idea that that's when you became aroused the most. Okay. I want to know what you were thinking of as well, or if it was just a breathing.
I can't remember. Some thought of some sexual act popped into my head.
By the way, a lot of yogis have that as they're very sexual beings. So you're probably entering your yogi phase.
Do you ever? God, this is a really embarrassing question. Do you ever sometimes, if you've not had an erection for a while?
Yeah.
Or you don't remember the last time. Not that you don't remember. I'm not saying months and months ago. Sometimes try and give yourself one just to sort of
see if it's still working.
Yeah.
Like when you've got an old car and you need to take it out and sort of road test it to make sure the engine still works.
Yeah. Do you ever do that?
Yeah. I mean, that is what masturbation is, right?
No, but I mean, what I'm saying is sometimes it occurs to you.
You just sort of stroke it on the train.
Yeah. I try and do it mentally.
What, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried. I don't think I've ever been in a situation I think, fucking this needs to run out.
No, I'm not saying it needs to run out. But,
but I start thinking of stuff.
I've not felt anything down there for a little bit.
Wow. So what's your go-to thought? Megan Fox?
No, it's not Megan Fox. Why would you say that?
I don't know, you've got a Megan Fox aura.
That made it definitely look like it was Megan Fox.
Can I just say, by the way, you have to also let it go that the apparatus isn't what it used to be.
What does that mean?
Well,
I know what it means literally.
Yeah, but in your 20s and 30s, it's a fully working sort of organ that's constantly. Yeah, and now it's coming to its tired phase. It's not like it's like Simba's dad in Lion King. It's not the lion it once was.
No,
you've got
I would say that it's never really been Mufasa, my dick, even in its prime.
More like Scar.
It's more like Scar.
Yeah, just a jealous.
Jealous, looking over at the other lions. I don't think mine's had a prime.
You really? You don't? Maybe your prime's coming. All this breathing and the yoga.
I don't think so.
Mate, you're sitting there with an erection for an hour.
I didn't have an erection for a full. It didn't even happen during that session.
Oh, okay. I thought you had an erection for an hour.
It's sad, isn't it, to think what age do you reckon we started to decline?
Mate, I can tell you exactly. 34.
So 34, we started to go on the way down.
Our muscles are just declining all the time.
So I was at the football.
Yeah.
And I was in I don't start giving me shit. I was in hospitality.
Of course.
Somebody asked
by the way, that's the only way I'd imagine you going to football now.
Why? Why are you saying that?
Well, because you're going to get loads of hassle otherwise.
I did get loads of hassle regardless, actually.
Oh, really?
At the football, I don't want to get into a big rant about this. People are quite rude at the football about getting photos. Like more so than any other context.
No, boxing, football, any sports event.
Anyway,
apart from Wimbledon.
This is a real ick, what I'm about to describe.
Okay.
Somebody approached me from behind. You're really on a real childish one today.
No, it's because you made it this level with the whole showing off about your erection.
I'm bent over the table with my pants down. Somebody.
I do feel a lot of the energy here is because we're trying to prove we're not a corporate.
I know. This is so shit. Anyway, cocks and fucking tits and stag doos. Fucking getting smashed and
Maybe
doing
we should go on
lines.
Theo's stag do.
Yeah. Well, he's not getting married, is he? Is Theo getting married? What a weird way to find out.
Yeah. Hello, Tom. It's Theo. Are you right to tell my dad on the podcast live that I'm getting married to my girlfriend?
That's the maddest impression of Theo I've ever heard. Oh, hello. Hi, Tom. It's Theo here. Romesh's son.
Yeah, I can tell that by your voice.
Yeah, just wondering if I'm actually getting married. And
can you let Dad know live on the podcast? So
a guy approached me from behind
Yeah.
for a photo.
Yeah.
He says, Romesh, can I bother you a second? I turn like that and I twinge something in my back.
Oh no!
And then I'm not right for the rest of the day. Still not right now, as I talk to you today.
Where in your back?
Both sides here just feels a bit twingy. And every time I sort of look, I can feel it now.
Jeez.
And that's from going like that. That's
Yeah,
how
that is
fucking
a-
old
yeah,
I am,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
That's how old I
Mate,
am.
can I
It's
just say-
over.
Can I say for all of us, it's like,
Yeah.
mate, I've been through the wars recently. Spider bite on my foot.
Okay. Don't throw it away like that.
What? I have been bitten.
What are you talking about?
I got bitten by a spider on my foot. I didn't know. Saturday night.
We should say to people, actually, this actually reminds me, one of the things that we haven't said about one of the changes to the podcast, we are doing this from the Amazon. We should be clear
No,
about
but
that.
this is the mad thing.
What the fuck are you talking
English spiders, mate. It's actually like I could
about? Good
show.
old-fashioned English spiders.
I could show you my foot if you want. It's swollen.
Please.
It's red.
Okay.
Can I say actually, by the way, I put a picture up on Instagram. I know you're not on there anymore,
No.
so I know that you'd have jumped on this if you were. I put a picture up pre-gig last night.
Why?
Of my foot just going, I've had a spider bite in the foot. I might have to do my gig without a shoe, just for banter.
Oh, God, this is so sad. Just write some fucking material.
Why? Why? The bar is so low now. So I put it out. The amount of trolling and abuse I've had about my toe, the size of
just generally your toe.
yeah, just the size of it,
Yeah.
and also my feet look disgusting.
People shouldn't say. First of all, I don't think you should ever put your foot up for public display.
Some people like seeing pictures.
I know
of
they
it.
do, and they're horrible perverts.
Yeah, yeah,
But you know, there's that Rate My Foot.
yeah.
What is the website called? Should we look this up now? Actually,
Is it called Rate My Foot?
I'm incredibly distracted today.
It's all that coffee you've drunk.
Oh my God,
What?
I cannot fucking believe.
Oh,
this.
shut up.
What do you think your rating is out of 5?
I don't know. 2.
5.
What? Are you joking?
I'm not joking.
Mate, the trolling I get about my feet.
5 stars. Tom Davis's Wikifeet score 5 stars.
What pictures of my feet have they got up there?
They've got one of you in the King Gary opening sequence.
Yeah.
They've got one where you've sort of posted a photo with a hot dog.
A hot dog?
Yeah. There's
What?
one. Okay, one of them is clearly not of you. There's loads of you from King Gary. You've had your feet out a lot in King Gary.
Yeah. Wow. 5. That is probably the sexiest I've ever felt.
Okay, so should we have a look at mine now?
Yeah.
Wikifeet Romesh.
You've had your feet out in a lot of things, right?
Oh my God.
What is your feet score?
4.3.
That's not bad.
You're
So-
5.
Yeah, I know, but if I'm honest with you, but look, let me show you this picture of I'm going to show you this picture I put out, and the amount of.
Okay, first of all, before we get into that, you need to do this story in the right order. How did you get bitten on the foot by a
I've
spider?
got no idea how I got bitten by a spider.
How do you know? Did you see it happen?
Right, no. So listen,
Have you felt your DNA's changed at all? Have you tried climbing a wall?
I tried to do this and
Right.
nothing happened.
Okay.
Saturday evening after the gig in Coventry, right?
How was the gig in Coventry? Warwick
great.
Arts Centre?
Fun, always fun. I hate the lighting in the room. Maybe the worst lighting on
Very
any-
bright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very bright. Fun show. I get in the car with Gratz to go home, and I was like, my foot's in pain. I don't know if I hit my toe or something. I literally was. Woke up the next morning, it was swollen quite a lot. I then thought I said to Caffeine, I think I might have an ingrown toenail. Bed chat was sexy that morning.
Yeah.
And my foot had swollen up quite a bit. Went out to London with Caffeine and Grace, had a day there. Got in the car with Gratz, showed Gratz my foot again. And Gratz was like, "You've been bitten." And you could see a little sort of fang marks type thing by a spider.
So Gratz diagnosed it for you.
Well, then Dennis, who you know as well very well, Dennis is almost like an expert with bites. And
It does make sense, actually. So and that is, we should say this on behalf of the podcast. If you do have a bite or anything like that, you're not sure about it, first of all, go to a comedy tour manager. And if that person gives you the first opinion, always get a second opinion from a sound guy.
Well,
That's just standard procedure.
Look, it's a Sunday, Rom. of a Sunday evening. So now I'm going to go to a pharmacy after this, see what they think, because it's painful right up to my calf now. I can feel it there.
Are you winding me up?
No, it's really.
That sounds serious.
Yeah, I mean, but also I didn't know we had venomous spiders. I didn't know that's a thing where.
I don't think we do.
Mate, whatever this is, I mean, I'm quite happy to get my foot out. I mean,
please.
It's disgusting. My feet are disgusting. How often do you cut your toenails?
Oh no! Why? How long are they?
They're not long. No, they're short.
Okay.
I go really short, like my hair. But that's why I've got these trainers on, because the other ones that I had were just a bit too. Look there on my foot. Can you see how?
Why are you putting your foot onto my leg?
So you can
What the
see
fuck
it.
are you doing?
What? So you can
Why are
see
you putting it so close to my fucking face,
so you
bro?
can see it.
Just put it. I can see it from here. How bad do you think my fucking eyesight is?
There, look. See how red it is?
Yeah, that's bad.
Do you think? It's so painful.
Tom,
What?
when you cut your toenails, are you using a junior hacksaw? What the fuck are you using? What the fuck are you using to cut
I
your
like them really
toenails?
short.
Yeah, but what are you doing? What tool are you using?
It was quite a blunt nail clipper that I
What
found.
are you what are you?
I asked. We were backstage in Glasgow,
Right.
and I asked a lady if she had like a toenail clipper.
Yeah.
Or if there's any toenail clippers.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And lucky enough, there was.
So you're backstage at a gig and you asked for toenail clippers.
But there'd been some stuff left from and she went through some
Okay.
like beauty supplies, and there was lucky enough, But you can
Lucky
see,
enough.
yeah, but they weren't very. They were quite blunt. You can see that.
Do you know what it looks like? Your toenail has been cut by natural erosion from the waterline. It looks like the sea has been lapping up against your toenail, and gradually it's been pushed back.
What? Oh, that's because I've got bike cream on there. And hopefully that's not got on your trousers.
Oh fucking hell!
But that's what I'm dealing with. It's a lot of pain. It's really like.
Don't do that noise.
Very agonising.
How the fuck has that got 5 stars? It's hideous.
Mate, they're not looking their best. You've got to remember they're swollen.
They're swollen.
I used to have a.
You've used a stapler to cut your toenails.
Do you know what? Catherine used to cut my toenails for me.
Did she?
And then, yeah.
Is that? It was about then that you stopped having sex permanently?
No, now she stopped. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, I'm doing it myself.
I'm completely dried
And if
up.
I'm honest with you, I always do one foot really well. I take a bit, but those are
Which one's that was?
the tail one. That's my lead foot.
I think your big toenail. I mean, I think you've got something going on there.
Yeah.
Do I think you should be allowed to cut your own toenails going forward? No.
Like an old man.
I think those are about 3 stages of foot care away from being ready to go and have a manicure.
Have you had a manicure?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing, right?
Oh, so good.
Because your feet look a different colour afterwards. They like just get their life back in them.
Yeah. I mean, yours will.
I now worry about my feet. I'm going away with Catherine in a couple of weeks. They need sorting out, don't they?
Well, I think they need. I'll be honest with you. I think they need replacing.
We're going away.
I think you need to get a turkey. I think you need to get some turkey feet.
Turkey toes. I've all my toes chopped off like a witch from a Roald Dahl movie. I'm going away with Catherine now. I'm a bit conscious.
Tom's got a turkey from surgery. He's finally getting his hair. No,
just get his toes done.
I just think you need a pedicure.
Yeah, I'm going to get one before I go away.
Because your big toenail is jagged.
It looks like a shit prison shank.
It looks like the outside of, when you use the old school can opener. You know when Popeye eats his spinach? You know what the lid looks like?
I look like I've cut my
toenail
toenails
like.
with a can opener.
Yeah.
That's the better foot, I think.
Yeah. And what makes me more worried, if you want me to be honest, is the fact that you were able to get that out without really any kind of hesitation, knowing that your toenail looked like that.
I didn't realise they'd look that bad, if I'm honest with you.
But also, you were sort of slightly bragging. You went, I like to keep them really, really short.
I didn't know that you were such a toe connoisseur.
I'm not a toe connoisseur, but
I didn't know you were a toe snob.
I'm not a toe snob, but it looked like It looked fucking mad.
Yeah, I mean, I cut them quickly
It
backstage
looked like
in
the
Glasgow.
outline of a Pixar character's hair.
Is it really that jagged?
It's so jagged.
I need to have another look at it. Yeah, I'm worried about it now. I'm worried that...
I'm surprised that you're not shredding sheets with those.
and socks.
You know what? Do you know what
It's a brave spider that's...
Blimey, thank God you don't wear tights.
It's a brave spider that's climbed across that toe.
What made Gratz think it was a spider?
He had a detailed look at it.
Okay.
By the way, Gratz didn't mention my toenails once. He had a...
Tom, can I tell you something? Gratz is your tour manager, okay? His job is to keep your spirits up. What he's not going to say is, fucking hell, look at your disgusting toenails. Okay?
And Dennis
he knows better than that.
Yeah, Dennis is the nicest man. Even your brother had a look at it.
What did Dinesh not say anything about your toenails?
No.
God, that
Did it?
I think Dinesh is not at the right level of familiarity with you yet.
Can I say Dinesh, by the way, he brought some mutton rolls to the gig. Incredible.
Let's not talk about mutton rolls. How were they? Were they good?
They're
How many did you have?
amazing. 4. Yeah.
Did you have one and then while Dinesh was on stage, you're thinking, oh, fucking
No. I had 2 in quick succession because he was watching. He brought them in. He was very...
Did he bring the tamarind?
No,
ketchup?
he didn't. No.
Okay. Nice, don't they?
Yeah, beautiful. Very good.
I'll bring you some in next time if you want.
Oh, mate, they're very good.
My mum likes them as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love the homemade
hello.
ones. Yeah.
You reacted a bit like I did mid-meditation.
Full erection.
At the
full mutton roll erection.
Mutton rolls, yeah.
My mutton roll had a little bit of life in it. Yeah, so the spider bite is. But what I'm saying is, but the spider bite now means I'm limping, so now I can feel friction in both hips.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you feel like age is getting, because both of our muscle is deteriorating big time now.
How's your ball bag?
In what sense?
Well, you know, people always say that when you get older, your ball bag starts to drop, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not as taut as it used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you noticing that? Because I'm contemplating measuring.
Really?
Like just to, like how when you were a kid, they do the height thing on the door.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing
just like having a little graph down the inside of your leg. You could have that tattooed.
The line keeps dropping.
You could have a tattoo.
That's a great idea.
That's a good tattoo.
Just have a marker line for the
where your balls are.
Shout. I might get that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'd probably draw it on myself and then ask him to. I'm not going to say, can you do it right there? Can you measure
a little circle line?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as taut as it once was. It like if it was a sort of like boxing bag, it would probably be taken down and sort of re-leathered.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it is the thing that signifies your age.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw another man's ball bag?
When's the last? Not for years.
You were in the gym?
In the gym, but I've not been to the gym for a long time.
I was in the gym the other week.
Yeah.
And a guy there, I don't know, this is actually...
Okay, what's happening here is you're unsure of how many details to share about your behaviour.
Yeah. Because I don't know what it... Yeah. So there's a guy getting changed. He's probably in, early 30s.
Yeah.
Handsome guy. Yeah. Kind of sort of slick back hair.
Yeah.
Looked like a sort of, go-get, probably quite a corporate guy, actually.
Yeah.
And he paraded round the changing room naked for quite some time.
Yeah.
He had an incredible penis and ball bag. Like,
in what way incredible?
Well, his ball bag was like shorter than his penis for a start. His penis was, even as we say in the technical term, on the flop. I mean, this is this episode, I'm very aware, is probably as raunchy as we've ever been.
It's really pathetic because we said we wouldn't respond to criticism. And now, because we've had a couple of comments about being corporate, we've decided to do the Blue podcast for some reason. Talk exclusively about genitals.
I couldn't stop.
Talk exclusively about genitals.
I couldn't stop looking at it as he was parading around.
Yeah.
And he was so confident. It was.
I would be too.
Yeah. I mean, every part of his body was perfect.
Yeah.
And then I someone caught me looking, but they were also looking. There's a couple of us sort of like, more sort of flumbersome chaps.
Yeah.
Sort of, who just, I don't know.
How free are you sort of getting your genitals out in the...
No, I'm not that guy.
I think if I'm at the gym, which is never now, you've got, I think, maybe a 1.5 second window of opportunity to see my junk.
Yeah. I'm
as I do the switch.
So I'm under a towel still.
Right.
Yeah, I'm an under a towel guy.
Because I just can't. I can't. I don't want to confirm what people suspect.
Because when you do League of Their Own stuff and you're doing things like that, like
Yeah.
a lot of those,
They're very, very comfortable
yeah,
in that show.
yeah,
And so since I've switched to hosting, then I wasn't involved in any of the games, so I didn't have to do any of that getting
Yeah.
drunk stuff. But when I was like a team
yeah.
regular, it was difficult because I'm very shy in
Yeah.
that regard. Whereas if you grow up around sports teams, you're just happy. You just walk around naked anyway.
I remember doing we did a road trip once, and you did obviously a number of these, but
Yeah.
they
And then I got dropped out.
well, you became the big cheese, the big corporate.
Yeah. Then I was doing the VO.
So I remember, like, it was the first time I think it was the first road trip I did.
Yeah.
We were doing it in Holland.
Is this with Anthony Joshua?
AJ,
Yeah.
Jamie,
Sorry, AJ.
yeah, AJ, Jamie, and Freddie.
Yeah.
And they were like, "All right, you know, everyone's, we're going to go upstairs. You're all going to get changed quickly, and we're going to go on to the next thing." And we had one hotel room. I think AJ had his own hotel room because it's me, Freddie, and Jamie in the room, and one shower.
AJ famously tiny dick.
Yeah. I think AJ's packing. He's got the measure. I don't think you can be a boxer with a tiny dick, because I think
What makes you say that?
you couldn't be. You
Why?
couldn't be a boxer.
Isn't it an advantage?
What? Why? You
'Cause
have
if you-
too much pent-up aggression, and I think,
Okay.
show me a boxer with a small dick, I'll show you a guy who's taking a beating or two. I mean,
What a weird thing to say.
I genuinely think we had to call this the penis episode. Anyway,
This has been so base.
yeah, I know.
I actually think also, I think our ratio, gender split, is more women listen to this
Yeah, I
than
know.
men.
Yeah.
They must be absolutely appalled at what
I feel disgusted that, but look,
sorry.
within the context,
After the next, we're just going to talk about this for another 10, 15 minutes.
yeah. So you go to this room to all get changed in, right?
Yeah.
And there's a shower there, and everyone's like, "Oh, you have a quick shower, get changed. We're going to go and do the next thing.
Right.
Whatever we've done, we've been sweating quite a bit." And Freddie just ragged off. Freddie took all his clothes off straight away. And he's like parading around naked, and then sort of gets in the shower, then comes out naked. He's dried himself off, and he's just chatty. It's very normal for him.
Yeah.
The anxiety I had about the shower situation, I was like, I haven't got it in me to come out of the shower naked. Like, Jamie then followed suit, did exactly the same
Completely
thing.
naked.
Yeah, he came out of the shower to like scrub drying himself. He wasn't quite as open with his, but he still sort of, I was really I locked the door as hard as I could. I put a chair up behind it, and I was sort of, and because also it wasn't unusual for that show for someone to come bursting in and take a picture of you in the shower.
100%.
I locked the door.
Yeah.
And Freddie went, "Why are you locking the door?" And
it's a problem because you're highlighting yourself as a prude.
Yeah. And then all
It's
I
a
could think
self-shamer.
of, as I was having my shower, is the fact that what was the way, and I sort of, I huddled up all my clothes, like I was crossing like a cowboy when he's crossing the river. He takes off his hat and his boots and everything and holds them on top of his horse. I'd gathered up all of my things that I was changing into, so they knew that. Yeah, and sort of I came out sort of all changed, and they were sort of giggling to themselves a bit. It was sort of it was a bit
sad.
Yeah, it was
Really sad.
Did you ever find that?
I was very careful.
Yeah. Did you ever get bagged? Ever have your trousers pulled down?
No, they did try a few times.
Yeah.
But I used to. So this is really. I've not admitted this, but every time I filmed on League of Their Own road trip, I'd have a pair of shorts on underneath my trousers in case I got bagged.
Yeah.
You have to.
I used to do my belt up so fucking tight.
Yeah.
It was.
I used to staple my trousers to my waist.
It would literally like cause pain to my legs.
Because as much as I love those guys,
I love them.
We were the targets, weren't we?
Of course, yeah.
I do think part of the reason we got booked for that is because they were like, "Who'd be the funny person to absolutely just destroy?"
Yeah. I would say there were certain people who really like incited that behaviour.
Yeah.
I mean, I got bagged.
If
I
you
got
don't
bagged twice.
If you don't mind me saying about you,
yeah.
You are the sort of person that deplores bullying until you discover that you're on the right side of it.
Mate, I think
in which case,
I'm sorry. I think that goes for everyone.
That's not true of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I find it absolutely abhorrent.
No, I think that there's a part. I think I knew what my place was in that show, and quite a lot of the time it would be to be the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
I think I got a wedgie on that show so badly, it ripped. Like, is it called an atomic wedgie?
Atomic wedgie, yeah. Well, atomic wedgies, isn't it where they pull the thing over your head?
Yeah, but then the pants below, my underpants ripped at the gusset.
We'd hope so.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
hope so. I'm not saying
No,
that.
it
I
was
hope that
fucking
for you.
painful, and then had to do this whole show with no knickers on. It was sort of...
Did you have a sore bridge?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we're back. All roads lead to Rome on this.
Yeah. Well, if you're talking about pants, it's not that unlikely that you can...
But I do, yeah. I sort of knew what... Yeah, I was like, okay, cool, that's... I don't think I ever got to a place where I was, on that side of it.
Yeah.
I was always, getting, the joke was had on me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, look, listen, before we wrap things up with your final thought, what I'd like to do, I do think we need to record now an apology for this episode.
The base level.
And then that can be put at the beginning. So let's do this properly.
What, like politicians?
Yeah, I'm happy to do it like that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if a politician would have to apologise for talking about genitals in time.
I think you're very naive in the fact that I think that's probably all they're talking about at the moment.
Okay, all right, bloody hell. Fucking hell. Somebody sign them up for SNL. Okay. I thought it was good. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually enjoyed
really,
that.
really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
All right, Tom, would you like
We
to
should have a whole episode like that.
We can do if you want.
Yeah.
Do you want to? We could do the email. We could start the email.
Yeah,
like
let's do
that
that.
if you want. Okay, all right, go for it.
Living in the past, friend.
Cocks.
Living in the past, friend.
Balls.
It's hard, isn't it, stepping out of the past?
Gooch.
There's something refreshing and relaxing about knowing what's been.
Smelly balls.
Knowing about the world that you've lived in already, the steps you've taken before.
Penis.
There's something quite refreshing, reassuring. I quite like it. It's like being on a rap album. Refreshing.
What kind of fucking rap album are you listening to? Anyway, carry on, go on.
Refreshing, reassuring, comfortable about knowing what's been before. It's actually nerve-wracking thinking about the future. It holds so many hidden moments, so many hidden gems.
Yeah.
Am I going to trip over that curb? Am I going to slip over that ice? We never know. None of us know. And that's why some people live in the past. That's why some people wear the aftershave they found when they were 15 because they're too scared to try a new fragrance. Why do I have potato waffles with every meal instead of having mashed potato? There's something comfortable about potato waffles. It's an old friend with a reassuring arm around your shoulder. But the truth is, we can't all live in the past. We have to step into the future. Some people say the present is your friend and the future is a... Some people say the present is your friend and the future is an unarcing devil that could mean it takes your life in any which route. But the truth of the matter is sometimes we have to step forward, not knowing what we're going to do. Sometimes it's easier to fall forward rather than falling back, falling into something you don't know rather than the comfort of the things you do. So today, when you go out, try not to think too much about the past. Try not to think about the comfortable armchair that you have, about victories that you did before. Think about victories you've got in the future. Think about moments that you're going to really, really smash something. Hey, Billy, Joan, Kev, you've got this. I believe you have. Who am I saying this? I'm just a guy that woke up this morning thinking, I wonder what today will bring. Yesterday was pretty crap. Got bitten by a spider. But I really hope today I get kissed by a fly.
Really good.
Thank you.
Really good. I like the closing line. Really good.
Yeah, thank you.
I like the closing line. Really good.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for listening and watching to the Wolf and Owl podcast. If you've got any emails, wolfowlpod@gmail.com. But remember, you should be liking and subscribing.
Like, subscribe, and become a part of the tribe.
Like, subscribe, become part of the tribe, and enjoy the vibe.
My guys.
We're talking about nothing but balls and gooches over here, baby. Take care.
Boom.
Peace.